Day 81, keep my trunk from a funk. We've got a giant set today, 6 movements back to back, which we are going to complete for 45 seconds each, followed by a 15-second transition in between each movement, and we're going to perform 5 sets. Movement 1, wax on, wax off plank. You can either perform this from the toes or with the thighs in contact with the floor. We're going to perform wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off, accumulating 45 seconds worth of work. Movement 2, a slow leg lower. We're gonna start by having our hands anchored above our head. We can either hold a piece of furniture or a door frame. We're gonna push our lower back into the floor. We're gonna press our legs up to the sky. We're going to slowly lower our legs towards the floor, ensuring that our lower back never comes up and off the ground. And then we're gonna bring these back up again. We're gonna perform 45 seconds worth of these slow repetitions. You can also lessen the lever and the load on the trunk by bending the knees and allowing the hip to get the legs down towards the floor and then back up. Another option here is to perform a leg lower with one leg at a time to also decrease the load. Movement 3, side to side knee tuck. Assume your tall plank position, feet on a slippery surface or sliders, and you're going to originate this movement pulling through the abdominals to bring the knees up to one side of the body and then to bring the knees up to the opposite side of the body. If you find that it's a little bit choppy and we want to try to place a little bit more pressure on the hands and the core as opposed to the feet. Another option here is to go into a spider plank, either from the knees or the toes, bringing the top of the knee up to the armpit each repetition for 45 seconds. Movement 4, resisted roll back. We're gonna start by sitting on our butt, and we're gonna create lots of tension through the midsection as if someone is about to karate chop us in the abdominal. We're then gonna slowly descend into this leaning back position until we can no longer keep tension through the abdominals, and then we roll back. We'll come back up to our seated position and lean back again, allowing us to move as one unit. So we're never arching the lower back and moving through the spine. We're always keeping a fixed angle through the hip and allowing our abdominal to resist that need to lay back on the floor. Movement 5 is an anti-rotation side press. We're gonna use either a door frame or a piece of furniture or a sturdy and standing human. We're gonna get to either a standing position or a kneeling position depending on the height of your object. I'm gonna go into a little bit of a hinge here so that I can get to the same height as my object. Our elbows are going to be tight to the side of the body, our shoulder blades are going to be back and down, and I'm going to push into my object as hard as I can for 45 seconds, lighting up this one side of my trunk. At the end of the 45 seconds, I will then transition to the other side of the furniture or door frame and press into that position for an additional 45 seconds. We want to ensure that we keep our spine in a neutral position and that we're not hunched throughout the movement. Our 6th and final movement is a plank sprawl. We're going to open the legs up a little bit wider than we generally would for a plank, and we're also going to open up the shoulders a little bit wider than usual. Important concept here with the feet is that we want to have the toes in line with the heel when we're going into the sprawled position, as opposed to having the toes a little bit wider than the heels. So again, toes are directly underneath the heels. We're gonna add some tension by pulling the elbows towards our toes, toes to elbows. We're gonna elevate our body into that plank position, holding the sprawled position for the 45 seconds, and we can always modify that and go down to the thigh or knee position, still keeping our feet out in line with the width of our knees. If today's training protocol helps to keep your trunk from a funk, then give our video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. Movement 2, a slow leg lower.
She's looking at the camera. What are you doing? Bro, you gotta go somewhere else, baby.
Look, I'm clapping with my legs.
That's good. Bro, over here. Come on. Back here. Okay, down.